Hi, my name is Kat, and this is my January wrap-up video. So this month, my goal was to read 8 books, and I am not quite there. I finished 7 books, and I just started my 8th book on the last day of the month. Procrastinator power, what? And I intend to finish it tonight, hopefully before midnight, so it still counts for January, but it might end up being a February book. But that's okay, because I'm only just a little bit behind and I can catch up. The year is young. You're just started, guys. So let's go through the books I read this month. I started with Every Day by David Levithan. I really loved this book. I thought the main character, A, was very interesting, and I felt like the writing and the voice were just perfect for the book. I actually made a video review of Every Day, so I will put that right here and you can watch that if you want to. It's right here. It's right here. After Every Day, I bought the short story, which is available only on ebook, called 6 Earlier Days, which is kind of the accompanying short story that goes with this. I read that as well. I don't count it as a novel though, so it doesn't count for my 100 book challenge, but it does count for the fact that I read it. After Every Day and 6 Earlier Days, I read Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. I did have a little bit of trouble connecting with the characters and the world in the beginning, and I do strongly prefer first-person narration, and this was written in third person, so there was a little bit of distance between me and the characters at first. However, after around the midpoint or so, things started getting really good. I loved the introduction of the ability aspect. I thought it was a really good first book to this trilogy, and I actually already have the second book, so I am looking forward to reading that one soon. After Under the Never Sky, I read The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. Another book I very much enjoyed. Actually, I think I enjoyed every book I read this month. None of them were bad or even mediocre. I actually enjoyed every book I read this month. So The Darkest Minds is no exception to that. I really especially loved the world building in this. I just feel like it's such a well thought out situation and the world is very large, and I feel like there is so much good stuff going on for the next 2 books. I'm very excited about this trilogy, and I did actually make a video review of this book as well, which I will link here-ish. Yeah. After The Darkest Minds, I read A Million Suns and Shades of Earth, both by Beth Revis. This is book 2 and 3 of the Across the Universe trilogy. It is now complete. The 3rd book came out about 2 weeks ago. And again, for these 2 books, I did a video review. Actually, I did a video review of the entire trilogy, the Across the Universe trilogy. After I finished the Across the Universe trilogy, I read Everneath by Brodi Ashton. This book actually surprised me. I'm not big on mythology, but I very much enjoyed this book. I'm kind of a sucker for romance, especially big, epic, binding romances. And again, this is the first book in a trilogy. Surprise, surprise. I have the second book, which just came out, and the 3rd book will be out sometime next year. So I'm just kind of starting out with this trilogy, but I can't wait to see where it goes. And finally, the last book that I have completed this month is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I waited so long to read this book. At the beginning of the month with my January TBR, so many of you guys were like, Cinder, read Cinder, Kat, oh my god, read Cinder, read Cinder! So, I read Cinder, and I was not at all disappointed. Everything about this book, from the world building to the characters to the writing, was just so very good. I'm not going to talk about it too much now because I am going to make a book review of Cinder within the next couple of days. That should be up soon-ish, and I will share more of my thoughts about it then, But yes, fantastic, fantastic book. Thank you guys for suggesting that I read this. Scarlet comes out in like 5 freaking days. I've pre-ordered it. I can't wait. Oh my gosh, this is just, it's such a good start to the series, and like in the distance, in the future, I can see the vague happy ending, and I'm just really excited about how the story will unravel and hopefully bring us to that happy ending. And finally, a book that I'm supposed to read this month, Warm Bodies. The movie comes out tomorrow. I just started this book. It's not a very big book. It's less than 300 pages, so it probably, hopefully, won't take me too long to get through. Alright, that is everything I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Thus concludes my January wrap-up. I think this video is too long to mash together with my February TBR, so I'm gonna film that right now but make them separate videos. I hope that's cool. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. I will have that February TBR video up very soon, ASAP, as soon as possible, okay? As soon as possible. I will put up that new vlog for watching purposes. Anyways, I hope you guys had a great January, and I will see you in the new month. Goodbye!